Happy Free Comic Book Summer, everybody. That's right. Today is the official kickoff for Comic Book Summer, beyond, expanded beyond Free Comic Book Day, because having that mass of people gather together to celebrate Free Comic Book Day was not in anyone's best interest. So instead of just outright canceling it, it got expanded, it postponed, and expanded to Free Comic Book Summer. So instead of having one day of a bunch of books that shops had to pay for that they give out for free, now they're being doled out from July 15th through September 8th, September 9th, something like that, early September. So we got a whole bunch of weeks look forward to new books coming out. And I will start off my recommendations with a couple books that are out today that I'm looking forward to. But I just thought this was cool. So instead of actually just canceling, just postpone it, and then we're going to do something else with it and just spread out a little bit, make it a little bit easier. Hopefully this works, and maybe this will just get more books into people's hands and just kind of just help and just keep comics in the minds of everybody else and get some people into shops safely, of course. Mask on, take all your normal precautions, but I just think this is still cool. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Have you gone out? Well, obviously by this point you may not have gone out yet, but are you looking forward to any of the books? Have you looked into this? I would suggest going to freecomicbookday.com and going to check out the release schedule, because they do have all the books out on their individual release days. There are some other ones out today. I will only highlight two of them just because, for the sake of brevity, along with my other recommendations. So that's that. Free Comic Book Summer is here. Let's do it. Let's have fun. So segueing into my recommendations, we'll start off with two books that are a part of the Free Comic Book Summer. First up, from Boom Studios, we have this Power Rangers book, which is Road to the Ranger Slayer, I think it's called. And it starts out on this cool cover here, which like I said, I haven't read any of the Power Ranger stuff. I just like some of the covers because they've had some dope covers. I think Jamal Campbell has done a bunch of them, and just has this pink Ranger. She has like pink and black and some white. There's a color scheme. She might have a little cape too, and she uses a bow and arrow. This is cool. I actually saw this figure the other day, I think at BAM or Target, and it looked kind of dope. I'm not a Power Rangers collector, but I almost wanted to pick it up just for those one-off figures that toy collectors often have. I have a bunch of them in my collection as well, because every so often you just come across a figure from a line that you don't collect, but they just look cool, and as a toy collector, like, oh, you know what, I want that in my toy family. So there's that. But anyways, Power Rangers Road to the Ranger Slayer. Now I haven't read the full description on this, but I know that Power Rangers has blown up in recent years, especially published under Boom. All these different universes, tons of Rangers just running around doing whoever the hell knows. But if you're a Power Rangers fan, let me know in the comments below what you think of this. If you've been reading any of the series from the last few years published by Boom Studios, let me know what your thoughts are. Any of those, which ones are your favorites? Who's your favorite Ranger? All that. Now, jump over tomorrow because they're doing Free Comic Book Day X-Men book, and you know I'm getting the X-Men book, so I got to get that. But Free Comic Book Day X-Men, and there's just X-Men just been in the minds of everybody. Tons of cool stuff from House of X, Powers of 10, Dawn of X stuff. So X-Men are just all over the place right now. They're hot. And that also leads into another recommendation. So we have Giant Size X-Men Magneto #1. So this is Hickman's doing these giant size one-shots featuring different characters or sets of characters, and doing them with different artists. For Magneto, we got Ben Oliver, who I've talked about before. This incredible artist who I've seen a lot of his work from the Vengeance of Vampirella variant covers that he's done, and they're just fantastic. Absolutely love them. Got this cover here. Pre-order this one, so I'm looking forward to reading this one. Of course, it's Magneto, Mutant Master of Magnetism. You gotta celebrate Magneto. So we got this. Next up, from Aftershock, this other dope series, probably one of my favorite indie series going right now. Artemis An Assassin #3. Just dope book. We got time travel, we got assassin, and it's just everything about this book is just right up my alley. So this one, in issue 3, our two leads are transported back to, I think, the 15th century. I haven't read. So waiting on #2, I think. So I have absolutely dug #1, and just highly looking forward to this. And if you're reading the series, let me know what your thoughts are. I'm curious as hell who else is reading this and what you think of it so far. So Artemis An Assassin #3. I already talked about some Vampirella stuff. Spinning out of the main line Vampirella title is Sacred 6, this new series led by writer Christopher Priest, who is doing a wonderful job on the Vampirella title. And this one, we got spinning out of there, we got some this new set of characters, the Sacred, and also featuring Chastity out of her own series, who just had a little mini series run from Dynamite, which I thought was cool. So go check that out as well, Chastity. And this one, I just saw this when I was looking at the releases. They had a whole slew of covers, including one by Jai Lee and this other cover. And there's just a bunch of them. Go check them out. I was looking at them on Dynamite. I was like, whoa, all this whole brand new book, a ton of new covers, and at least 2 that I want. So I'm definitely looking for. I'm gonna look into Sacred 6 some more, and because I'm behind on Vampirella, so I don't know where they fit in with this, but from what I had read, this looks cool. So Sacred 6, number 1, Dynamite. And I want to wrap up the recommendations with a couple of gems that will look great on anybody's bookshelf. So we have a bunch of new hardcovers out today. Well, a couple new hardcovers, and then another printing of one, which I had to point out, Uncanny X-Men Omnibus, whole new printing, Dave Cockrum cover. Also, there also is another cover as well, but you just gotta highlight Dave Cockrum because he's a champion. And this one includes X-Men 94 through 131, including Annual 3, and of course, Giant Size X-Men number 1, which is the main cover of the Omnibus. This is whole new printing. Again, I think that's so weird with how they do Omnibus. Sometimes they're out of print, and then they will pop up with new printings. I feel like Uncanny X-Men has seen the most new printings, but I could be wrong about that one. Anybody who digs deeper into the Omnibus like libraries, let me know. But I have mine. I love that. It looks so good on my shelf, and tons of cool stories in there. Just so many issues just packed in there. It's $100, and I remember I got mine years ago. I got several omnibus, and I got them all years ago. I don't know if it was something on Amazon. If anybody remembers this, let me know, because I don't know if it was like a glitch on Amazon or if they just had a sale, but they had a bunch of trades, hardcovers, graphic novels, like at stupid cheap prices, and I just remember grabbing a bunch of stuff from there, and I was like, oh yeah, I got all this stuff. And I'm pretty sure that's where I got the X-Men one. But I also have X-Men Volume 1, Uncanny X-Men 1, and then the Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1. So I do need Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2, and then X-Men Volume 2. But hopefully we get new printings of those, but I might be able to track them down. I haven't looked into them recently. Anyways, Uncanny X-Men Omnibus, new printing. If you don't have that, go check that out. Want some old school X-Men action, go pick that up. You won't regret it, I promise you. And then over on the DC side, we got my girl Wonder Woman. Through the years, it's a hardcover, and it just collects. So Wonder Woman is this long history, almost hitting 80 years, and we're going to get into that in a second. But this one kind of collects a bunch of stories throughout her entire history, from the 40s, 50s, all the way up until a couple years ago with the Wonder Woman annual. Diana just had tons of stories, and just like those older, when you go into the 40s, 50s, 60s, characters are just doing all types of crazy stuff. Like she's battling spies, you got the war stuff, and that influence on comic books. So a lot of that stuff is in there, just kind of intermingling, and yeah, tons of cool stuff. But this also leads into the next one, Green Lantern, 80 Years of the Emerald Knight. So now these 80 years books published by DC are just kind of celebrating 80 years of these fantastic characters. Batman, you saw I showed off the Batman one. Superman has one. 80 Years Action Comics, 80 Years Superman, whatever. And then Robin also has one. Joker has one. Flash has one. And it's actually kind of, I was looking into it, I was like, why, like, what the hell is Wonder Woman's at? Like, she should clearly have had one after Batman and Superman, at least, or right along with them. And then I realized, because I completely forgot, that Wonder Woman didn't debut until 41, so she wouldn't have one until next year. So I'm like, all right, you get a pass there. You got a nice Jim Lee cover. But anyways, 80 years of Green Lantern, and I wonder how I haven't actually saw how that's divvied up, because you had several Green Lanterns, and John Stewart be my favorite. I wonder how much is dedicated to him. Hope it's not all Hal Jordan and Alan Scott. So we'll see how that goes. If you're a Green Lantern fan, let me know what you think of that. What are some other characters you'd like to see get 80 years, or like those big anniversary edition kind of collections, reprinted hardcovers? I just think they're cool. Great way to catch up on older stories, and just a nice addition to bookshelves. Always look cool. Always looking out for some cool bookshelf material, hardcover, softcover, whatever you got. So yeah, that will wrap it up for this edition of Free Comic Summer, New Comic Book Day Blast. Happy New Comic Book Day, and this Free Comic Book Summer. I keep wanting to say Free Comic Book Day still, but it is Free Comic Book Day. DC new releases yesterday, new comics today, kickoff for free comic books. Again, Power Rangers, X-Men, and a bunch of other titles out there. So go check out the website and go see some of the releases if you haven't kept up with that. And just let me know whatever else you're thinking about, and what do you think about Free Comic Book Day and just kind of this way of kind of handling it, so it doesn't get kind of left behind thanks to the virus and just what we're doing for social distancing and avoiding gatherings. This is just another way to do that. We can still celebrate comics in just a spread out fashion and be safer. And also, I want to know what else you're looking forward to this week. What are you picking up? We got tons of DC stuff. Everything publishing has ramped back up. We're back in the full swing of things. So tons of books are all out. Marvel's back into it. Empire kicked off this week. So yeah, just let me know in the comments below what you're thinking, what you're picking up this week, what you're reading. Yep. So happy reading, happy hunting, happy collecting. This is GENOTHADRAGON. Thanks for watching, and peace out.